Okay, hello folks, welcome back to my channel. Live here, back today with part 3 of this project, yes. And we got the rack in operation. If you guys have watched Live or Stage K, you guys will know I built this rack. I also made a follow-up video where we plugged her in. So now the sub is standing nicely there on the corner and it's completely free of cables on the floor. The only cables which is laying there now is quote unquote that one which is supposed to go into the rack if we're doing fancy keys or whatever. I could probably set up some keys on other channels here, so say channel 9 something. So I could probably do a real quick routey route. So let us take this way instead, that the bundle lays back there. Then DI2 DI1 over DI3 and then over DI4. Good shit. Then it's simple shit. So 4 2 3 1, and there you go. Then the direct box rack is plugged in, so then whatever needs DI will go into here, normally the stage box, and then the other stuff which is not DI will go right into the console. Like right now our DI is actually being done by the bass cab, so I've actually changed over that direct box rack to be keys left, keys right, acoustic guitar if it's run directly not being mic'd, and a standalone DI electric guitar which is not being mic'd through a cab. We are back with Le Rack, quote unquote, where we were working. So we're gonna make up 2 more yellow wires of this length, and I think we have just about enough wire. So good shit. Good shit. But yeah, I'm very happy with the rack. But oh well. We are gonna go back over here. Yeah, I know you cronk, I don't care. No, I was not supposed to go to her. Why Twitch? I know. I don't care.
During combat, when the wearer starts their turn with 50% hit points or less.
Oh. You cronk. So well, you know what? There you go. Good shit.
I didn't think I'd use it that much.
So really, the easiest thing to do now actually I think is just to strip everyone. And then take and wrap them together and then take put fairings on all of them first, then actually like do fans shit. Just do that so I can just put my faders away. Stole my faders, per se. So normally for 24 volt to like 70 volt AC you would have normally red and dark blue. I don't have enough red, so I'm just gonna mark in the paper that yellow is hot 24 volt AC and call her a day. It's like at least better than nothing. Like that. Now you are on the smallest, right? Yes. Which means it's just to grab a fairing when you actually get a hold of one, that is. Just spin around. And would you look at that? Pretty much perfect. Now the question is, will we have enough fairings for the contactor side? Yes. And I mean 1.5 would probably also work, but yeah, as it stands right now we will not have enough fairings for the green wire, or rather said the COM activate from the output. So unless I find some blue ones that fit. That is because the blue is like mixed, so if I dig through the blue one enough I'll probably find enough. Probably. Because I'm just gonna bind all of them into the contactors first before I actually send them back to where they are supposed to go. For ease, quote unquote ease of use sake. I'm pretty sure these are technically speaking 1.5, but well, 0.75 is fitting. Which means I can probably use 1.5 for the other side. Although as far as, you know, the green wire, it is 0.75, so I may have to get different, I may have to hold off on those until tomorrow, so I can stop by Electroimportern and buy more 0.75. Although here is the annoying thing, these 0.75s I've had ever since I ordered all these fairings, which, well, good. So then I'm gonna swap over to this one because I feel like this one worked better for screwing these onto the contactors. So the first hot is going in. Oh yeah, I know why. It's because it's not unscrewed all the way. That's why. This one, however, should be unscrewed all the way because that's a new contactor. The bathroom heater one has been used previously, so...
Okay, so I have a question for the
Because then all of these will get zip tied and then out through there.
comes back to the camp, or and kill her that
Or whatever. Not these actually, these will go down below here actually, because I'm planning to put the fucking the strip which we're gonna put all of our fucking hats on, which is gonna be a ground rail because I don't have anything else, but I need something that splits it from the rack. So I mean, if I had, I mean, here is the thing: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's like I could use these boys. The only thing is, I don't have the jumpy jump thingamabob that jumps them together. Because here is the thing, I can either have, like, one out of two things can happen. Either I can have the transformer here and run the rack clamps here, or I can run the rack clamps there and run the transformer here. If I run them here, it's easy business. It's like a zip tie, run them back, and then just make a loop and call it a day. As far as for here, we can already put on a zip tie, really. Once I figure out where my zip ties is. Because I kind of yeet them everywhere. Ah, hello there. Oh. Well, it is quote unquote a few hours later. Quote unquote morning. For a lot of people, quote unquote day. She's 12:30. I woke up like a tad before 12. So I am alive. So I talked to Oscar about those row clamps. Those row clamps he pulled out from a very old system. So they do not have the jumpers for those old clamps. So they only have for the new clamp. So I don't know what the plan is going to be. Either he will bring over some row clamps, or I will have to order some row clamps. But the question is which type of row clamps, because like here is the thing, the push in and then the release ones, it's like I have no problem with them, but because of how they are designed, it's just a question of where do you put them. And all of those also need comb. So you need one comb for the anti-air, one for the FEC, one for the IOM, and then we need the 6 comb that's going to go on the out comb on the output side of the IOM. Or to begin with, the output side of the FEC, FEC, wow, NCE, because probably what I'll do is run the NCE in conjunction with the NIA if I can temporarily. Which I probably can, because I mean, it can still communicate over FC as a normal device, so... The only problem is that as far as ST and UI, I have to set all of that up on new again from the new NIA, so... Good shit. So yeah, I almost forgot I was recording. So yeah, so we'll see what happens. If not, he can bring from Janssen, I'll probably head to Ellimportøren and see how well I can. Well, I was even searched up the rack clamps they have. And as far as the rack clamps I found out they have, I didn't really find anything that was appropriate, really. So, good shit. Catch progress, you say? First of the day. Then I don't think I saved it in here, I think I just put it into the chat on Teams, and that laptop's not even there. It's here. Because I fucked up grammar in the process, that's why. That's why, because I fucked up that in the same matter of time. Well, then I can also take and yeet that into LastPass real quick. So there we go. Then we can take and delete you from the password manager of Google as well, and then I have everything on my phone. Or in LastPass. Great shit. Ah, now I forgot to do my Schneider. Oh well, it's in Teams. Lol. But there we go. Then I can dot tiller lade. Okay, sure. Fancy shit. Ja, for det her har de løse klemmene. Det er hele the server is having a great time. Så de har egentlig ikke noe så veldig proper shit. Så yeah, så pretty much. Her er vi til Oscar. Oh jeez, ISO yes. Eller lighting difference yes. So we are back, and I'm back to update you guys a bit. I've been well, Oscar is kind of dead, which can be multiple reasons for either he is having like a like presentation shit. Not that he's having the presentation, but some kind of like random ass presentation that I apparently have once in a while, like a refreshing course or whatever the fuck online. And if it's that, then he's definitely busy. Either that or he's crawling down up in the ceiling trying to find a PLC or something. I don't know. Anywho, I'm still waiting for answer from him about those row clamps. But I've also been sitting thinking about some other stuff, and that is that we may take and swap over to a 32 amp out in the hallway. And the simple reason for that being is that I'm thinking about upgrading to maybe 750 watts ovens here in the living room and the kitchen. Okay, so right here I'm just talking about that 32 amp I've been thinking about throwing into the rack. The thing is that we probably won't do that. Probably what's going to happen is that we're going to swap out the 25 amp C Schneider, which is currently the main fuse, into the rack in here, and then replace that with an X Digital 20 amp from Eaton, and then still keep the 25 out in there. The reason for that is because currently there's 2.5 mil cable that's coming down there, and the max rating for that is 28. And the problem is you can't do as you can, for example, say outlets, for example, they're normally rated for 16 amps, but you can have a stronger feed coming into it because you're expected to pull from multiple outlets, not over 16 amps to one outlet. In that case, you can. In the case with feeding power, your cable needs to be spec to the fuse. Uh, and since it's 2.5, which can only support up to max 28 amps, so usually you would go only to 25 since that is the next step below, and you have a little bit of a margin or headroom, if you will. Um, So unless we upgrade to 4 millimeter or 4 square wire from the rack and down, we can't upgrade to 32 amps. And it was a pain trying to feed down 2.5 there. Can we fit 4 mil? Probably, but if anything, that's something we're gonna upgrade in the future. We already had enough pulling the 2.5 line new, which we did here for a few weeks ago. So yeah, so that will probably not happen. Panels back on eventually, then it would be ideal to be able to measure that from, well, an app or with a viewable one. And of course, we could have done that with a proper measuring device, but the thing is, where the measuring device normally is mounted is where the FEC and the IOM is going to be, so that entire space is going to be busy. So good shit. So yeah, anywho, my point is we haven't really gotten any further. I'll maybe head out eventually. You haven't played in an ages long time if you are there. Although granted, I haven't played Star Rail in a while either, since I was down there, so I should probably get going on that. Try and get my companion quests and the interlude and whatever the fuck not. So yeah, so I guess I'll update you guys when I'm back, I guess. And by any luck, Oscar stops by today with the NAE and, well, NAE, yes. And also roll clamps if he figures out shit, so good shit. See what this system is really made of, shall we? Ah, that's why you're down. It's because the console is locked. Here it's up. And here I can control it anyway, so... Hell yeah! Ah, why do you have to break YouTube? Very amazing job. So yeah, go check out Scully Cats if you're into ASMR and stuff, and really her Cyberpunk cover, I really love that one. She also streams on Twitch, so she also plays games and stuff, so make sure to check her out there. Really amazing job. Okay guys, I am back and I'm gonna try to get you guys a place where you guys can probably see me. We are back and I've been talking front and back with Oscar, and due to the limitations of our cables, we only have 2.5 coming in here, and the chances of fitting 4 million there is gonna be quite tight. So we are gonna be limited to 25 amp max into here, which means the max we'll be able to throw through the rack is 20 amps. We should be fine for anything like besides from the 415. We'll be pretty heavily limited on the 415 when we get that converter in there. So we'll be pretty heavily limited on the TM system as far as how much we can push there. That shouldn't really be a problem. Under normal circumstances, like right now, my stereo and stuff is hooked onto the 16 amp line. So pretty much the only thing that will be pulling from that rack is my system, my network, and heaters will be pretty much the only thing pulling from that rack. So yeah. So that means the fuse which is currently in the rack will be changed out to a 20 amp X-digital as our main input fuse. And then yeah, that will be where we are. So I'm back with another update. Soon I'm gonna head out to buy that engine clamp, whatever the fuck, for the Vagos or whatever that the river runs. And then Oscar is gonna eat. And Oscar is not even in town at the moment. He's to his father, so great shit. Because of that, he will not be coming today. So for a moment, the NC will be our main form of interfacing and shit and whatever the fuck not. And then I'm gonna order those clamps, so that way we have the proper clamps, whatever. So that way we can actually have proper row clamps. So I'm gonna order the yellow one, 12 hole or 14 hole, I think it was. No, 12 hole. The 12 hole of blue for the com, and the 12 hole of
yeah, I think we'll be able to buy in the field today.
Yellow for the hot, since we're currently doing hot user here. Currently doing yellow for the 24 volt AC hots because I was out of red. So great shit. So that's where we are. So yeah, and if I'm able to, I'm also gonna buy that 28 amp, 28 you hear, that 20 amp fuse and throw in there as well, so we have the proper fuse correspondence for that shit. And then also buy the one phase contact for that rack, so I can actually hook it on to that one. So
now, admittedly, this video should not be taken as any sort of a tutorial. I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure what it is that I'm doing. Okay, so we have a T-fitting here. These are 4-inch flares.
yeah, howdy, I already do that. Okay, so what do we have? We have a one phase 10 meter plug. We got Vago clamps, which supposedly are for all sorts of Vagos, 2 or 3 or whatever, everyone apparently, or maybe more. I don't know exactly how these clamps work, so yeah, bear with me, quote unquote. So good shit. Although it looks like they will fit 5, so
Thick wall tubing.
good shit.
I don't want this to collapse. I need the tube that goes from here to pump to be rigid enough so that under
We have
if these start to
a
collapse,
Coke, we have small candy, we have a burrito, we have the plug, 075 bearings, and well, more nipples, so great shit. This will just need to just smack in here for like a solid minute, which is gonna make this shit a toasty burrito, or toasty kebab if you will. I just can't. I keep looking at this rack, thinking how perfect this thing is. Although the console is toasty. How's the amp doing? Well, I mean, not really a point in checking the amp now though, because it was off when I was out. So good shit. But we are back, and we are about to get this shit on the road. So yes, here is my backpack of shit supposedly. So I'm gonna enjoy a toasty burrito first, but I believe how this supposedly works is that
inverted to goop because of the pressure. No, all that happens is all the air in your body will just put out in your lungs, and your eyes will boil, and your tongue will boil, and then you'll just really hate life for about 30 seconds. Oh, okay, I'm gonna. You can hear all of the radiator fins going. It's like.
so.
Okay. So the radiators were imploding on themselves.
How do you open this boy?
There's no way that would
Because I know the Vago goes in there.
That's the we're gonna find out. Let's close that off. Yeah, it's cool. Is it really? Yeah, the pump's turning. Look, you can even see the red that was still in the rad stuff coming out right there. Life just got so much easier. Do you know how many comments people, especially with those that are like, Jay, you're in automotive, why are you? Oh, there goes some air. A little bit.
So yeah, because then that just clamps in, and then this just.
So Phil pointed out that when I lock the valve off right there, and then I take this hose off and plug it in.
Yeah.
The bottle here. This is full air. So that
There we go.
the fluid and the air back into the system with it. So we think that it actually.
I mean, it's not the most stuck on that thing. You know what, actually? We could put this one here and then run them up here and then just... Well, that wouldn't really work nicely because of that, so never mind. Because we're gonna, technically speaking, have to use 2 5-er-vagos and then a 2-er-vago, technically speaking, or a 3-er-vago, because we're gonna have 9 cables plus the 10. And we need a way to link those together, so theoretically speaking, I need 5, 5, 3. If we're gonna be completely honest.
So where the pump is moving fluid, which it is, and this level doesn't drop down below the pump. I just top it
Now,
off.
really,
Made me want to do this today was filling.
I think we should put this one, well, backwards won't really work, will it?
You've never seen. I want to drain it again and do it again for fun.
Here would actually work. If we just put it there, because then they will stick out until here, but the plate stops there, so yeah, plenty of space. Good shit. So I'm gonna enjoy a toasty burrito. And
But you've seen it's usually like tossing and turning and flipping and just.
that's why there sounds like something is on. Because the bloody door out here is open. How warm is it in here? Bruh. Yeah, how warm is it in here? As if that's gonna be easy to check. But yes, here is our one phase, which is gonna go for the rack. Okay. Lesson learned. Rema 1000 kebab burrito is spicy boy. Spicy boy. Oh, okay guys, we are back. She is 11:44. And I have been slunking along, we could say. So we are back and we are gonna start on doing our hots here. They will probably be re-snipped later, so I can probably use up the 2 white ones I have first. So, what is gonna happen here is that all of these are gonna move over here. Then first order of business that's gonna happen is that these are gonna be cut. We have plenty of slack, so I'm just gonna cut all of these to about the same length. Then strip them all. Also, one thing I've been noticing with my GoPro lately, or my videos, is that my audio seems to be like quite a bit to the left for some reason. I have to pan it 30, if any of you have used Adobe, I have to pan it 30 to the left, 30 to the left, 30 to the right, I mean, in order for it to be even. Which is kind of interesting. Now I can take and open this one. Empty that inside of there. And these are like 50 pieces, I think, maybe. Now, these look tinier than those boys, so we may have to step up to... yeah, we're gonna have to use 1.5 there. But that should be fine. Vagos should be able to compensate 1.5. So good shit. So that means that those white ones are actually 0.8 and not 0.75. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Interesting shit. Oh wow. Yeah, just fucking yeeter to the next dimension. Now we're also gonna need a little bit of a jumpy jump actually. So now we get the Vagos. So, you know, we can use 4 of these. But we gotta jump it over to the next Vago. And because of that, that means that we can only plug in 4 to this Vago. Then jump it to the next one. So we can do this. Then we need to make a jumper to the next Vago. Now we have 3 more wires that has to come through here for the 3 devices that's gonna be here. Which means, did I have more cut of yellow? Yes, I do. So what I need to do is make a tiny jumper. Doesn't need to be a long jumper. Like this is enough. Then just strippy strip. Then strippy strip. Then just really don't even need fairing, but I might as well to make it look pretty. And anyways, I can cut these fairings technically speaking, but I'll just not cut them, so then we know they will lock. So now what we need to do is to clonk, clonk Then take the next vago, open. And then we gotta go into this vago. From this vago, there we go. Then bendy boy. Then we can plug in the other 2 cables. Now, as you can see here, we're still running into a little bit of a dilemma here. What is that dilemma, you may say? We need 3 more inputs. But we also need the transformer in, which means we need a 3rd vago. So basically we can plug 1 more into there. So basically that is going to be our IOM. There is going to be our FEC. There's going to be our other thingamabob. That means I actually only need a number 2. Oh no, wait. IOM, jump over FEC and no, so we actually need to take another 5 actually. Lol. So we take another another 5, and then we make another shorty boy jumper. Now this is going to be so much better when we get the actual clamps, but you know, this is a viable option temporarily. And once it's actually in its like holder, it doesn't actually look that bad, so I digress. The problem now is that I don't think I'll have enough yellow, so this may be a shlonky one. Unless I have something in the bottom of the light box in there, but I doubt I do. So that is the stretch we have to go on now. For a time being, it's fine, because the only thing we need to power at the moment is the NCE. And well, the power from the transformer, so for a time being, it's no problem. So chunky boy, and then into other boy. Then these will go into its holders, which these are bendy boys, so they're going to be easy to get in, and then they have a tab so they hold themselves in there, nicely packed together, and it's meant to fit 5. So if you ram them in there, they should stay, I believe, I hope. Lol. So then we have one piece. Lord, ba-dee-ba-bee-ba-bee. Jesus Christ. I am alive. God. Yeah, Discord go idle, yes indeed. So if I have no more yellow in here, or well, I have a little piece of yellow, will you make it fine back to the transformer? I think you will. If I put the transformer in on the bottom, then yes. So if I do this now and move all of these over and put the transformer in on the bottom here, then yes, that will work. Just that means I gotta move some stuff over here, which really will work in my favor. Then you go to the bottom for the transformer, so you are a good boy. And good shit. So then you become what plugs into the transformer. Then that will work. Good boys. Good boys, yes. Yes, good boys. So then you become that one. And then I actually need to check here now. So that is one. That is number 2. If I can actually fit a number U up in here, I am actually unsure about. So, oh wow, okay, I see a mistake I made. Which is gonna be a pain to get out of here. Vaivaako. So yeah, the mistake is that it should have been this way. Lol. There we go. Because then these bend the correct way. Pull them out. There we go. Good shit. Then you go back to you. Then you hang tight there, and the nice thing is that the cover sits here, so these will actually pass by just fine. Good shit. Then you ends up on the transformer, which is gonna end up back in here, which is like, but what can you do? When I figure out where I actually put the transformer at this, because I don't remember. I know I brought it out here, but where I actually put it, I don't remember. Where are you, you piece of transformer? I moved you. Oh my god. Wow. Wow, Carl. Wow. Fucking wow. Wow. So I'm gonna wire up this shit before I slunk in the back there, because if not, I know I will not get that shit out of there. So great shit. So where is the other end of this cable, which is Lucy boy? There it is. Then we have the 230 volt pole, because this one can do 230 or 250. Good shit. So then, now we can quote unquote try and shrunk this boy without ripping out cables, whatnot. Try and shrunk this boy onto the dinner rail in the back there. Good shit. So then blue boy comes around here. Then these two gets shoopa doopa doopa sent up through here. Slunky slunk. And then we try and run these ones over behind there, so we can put some slack right there. Then probably cut these right here. Then run these two up above here, and then that will be hooked into that fuse. So good shit. Then the yellow just kind of bendy bends and stays there, which means now we finally have hot wired for this rack. Then we just need to give Mr. Vago here how we're gonna do it on the end about the if we put her flat, the nut will clear it. Yes, maybe. Maybe. It's like, I know this is as fucking jank as it can get, but when you're out of options, you do what you gotta do. Now here it's kinda easy because it will be the divot. So here it will be fine. Now the interesting thing is gonna be to see the NC is probably gonna slide, to be frank with you. It is probably gonna have a slidey time and a half. Then we snip. Then we snip. So if I now put the NC on there, the way I also intended for it to go, and I get her properly in there is go the fuck on, you're not spreader. Just for crying out loud. There we go. You do not wanna know how that thing is mounted. And then that is everything we need so far. Then the fun's gonna be to route down the A1s from here. So really, ideally, would have had somebody to hold this one so I could screw it out a bit and then route everything back there, unless I take my cable, my fjär up there, mount all of them onto my fjär, then pull all of them back down, which, well, at this point probably, to be completely honest with you, because of how much cable we currently have in the back here, is probably ideal, to be completely frank with you. Oh, but there we go. That is all the fucking neutral. Okay. Okay. 24 volt kom is okay, you are all the way down. Okay, good shit. 24 volt kom is spicy boy. Well, yes, because you actually went further down than that one, but that kind of makes sense because they are reversed, so good shit. But yes, kom is a run, then it's to run it all in. Then the fun begins of running shit from all of these contactors. So great shit. So, I don't know about you guys. 2 hours. You guys are soon out of power. I don't know how long this video has lasted together, since I only have 2 hours left, probably a while. So I'm gonna call this it for part 3 of this install. What I was gonna say before shit died on me was because I'm gonna call this it for part 3 of this install. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, life would be greatly appreciated, and as always, check a links down below for my socials and all of that. And until further notice, stay tuned and stay awesome, and Nick will have the heck out of here.